Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or get over your ex. And this week, I want to talk about rejection, what you're going through right now if you're listening to this and you've been broken up with, and more specifically, why you must reject your ex if you want them back. You were rejected, you were broken up with, and now you have the chance to turn the tables on your ex and get them back in the process. And that can mean literally get them back in your life, or payback on your ex. But before I talk about rejection, I want to welcome back the No Contact Army. How are you guys doing? Have you downloaded Silencio? I mention it on every video because I want you guys to have some help when I'm not there with my new videos every week, and that's what the Silencio app is for. So download it. The link is below every single video. If you have an iPhone, otherwise, yes, we are working on the Android. And if you too would like to join the No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, yes, we have a manual. Go to nocontactsecrets.com and read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. All right, so if you've listened to some of my other videos, then you know that I tell you not to respond to insignificant messages. And many people, probably most people, are reluctant to do that for several reasons. One is they think that if they don't respond, that the ex will just lose interest and go away. But the ex has already lost interest, so how much more interest can they lose? Or they think that the ex will think that they're not interested, and so they'll go away. But that's not how it works, because you know your ex isn't interested. I mean, they broke up with you, but did that make you go away? No, you're here listening to this video on how to get your ex back. So that is not what's going to make someone go away. And then also because other coaches say to respond to every message. And unfortunately, you have to learn the hard way. You'd rather listen to them because, of course, you want to respond to every message. But then I always see the comments like, oh, I listened to other coaches and I wish I hadn't because I responded to the breadcrumbs and it went nowhere. And then they finally see that I was telling the truth the whole time. So those are the reasons why people are reluctant to not respond to their ex. But the thing is, I think you understand that in not responding to the breadcrumbs and insignificant message, you are now in essence turning the tables around. You are now rejecting them. And that's where the power of rejection comes in, because rejection causes obsession. And rejection raises interest level. I mean, it worked on you. You were rejected. Did your interest level not go up? Are you not obsessed with your ex? Yes, it did. And yes, you are. And now we're going to turn that around and use it on your ex. So as usual, I have a story. I have a million stories. I want to illustrate my point. So this guy contacted me on Instagram earlier this year. And he wasn't my type. I mean, he's attractive, he's not ugly, but he just wasn't my type. However, in looking at his Instagram photos, he had a friend that was my type. So that was the only reason that I spoke with him. What can I say? And so I eventually came clean. I said, listen, please don't hate me, but I'm actually interested in your friend. He said his friend wasn't available. Yeah, right. I said, how do I know you're not C-blocking me? But whatever. But I was just surprised that he didn't just tell me to get lost. It's like, oh, you're not interested in me? You want my friend? Forget it. I'm not talking to you anymore. But no, he was still interested. But I still wasn't. We talked again about a month later. I still wasn't interested. We talked again a month after that, and he was still interested. And I was like, you know what? I should give him a chance because he seems so interested. All right, so we switched to texting, and we're texting, and then I feel that he's starting to play games. You know, he was taking 19 hours to text back sometimes. And after we had talked on the phone, we had really good conversations for a couple of nights. Then I didn't hear from him for 4 days. And I was turned off by that. And you may say, well, you know, you've just started talking to him. You haven't even met him. You're not dating him. It's only 4 days. Why would you be upset? And I'd say, you know what? You're 1,000% right. Normally, I wouldn't care if someone doesn't contact me for 4 days. However, it was the fact that he wasn't even my type, and I was willing to give him a chance that caused me to be upset. It's like, dude, you're lucky I'm even talking to you. You're lucky you have my attention. And now you're taking 4 days? And I thought, no, I'm not doing this. And so I basically gave him one of my usual goodbye texts. You know, it's like, I'm no longer interested, but it was nice chatting with you, blah, 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 whatever. And he goes, oh, you know, what did I do? But I didn't respond. So I didn't speak to him for 2.5 months. And then I ended up matching with his friend on an app, but that didn't go anywhere. And I had begun to rethink about how I had handled the situation. I thought, well, you know, maybe I should have been more patient because, as you know, I tend to be dismissive. So I contacted him, and I needed a reason to contact him. So I said, hey, guess what? I matched with your friend on a dating app. And he's like, why are you telling me this? And I said, well, I just thought it was funny. And then plus, you know, it didn't go anywhere. So, you know, nothing's going to happen there. And he said that he had been interested in me and that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I said, well, I really enjoy talking to you too. So I invited him to a night out that I was having with friends. But he didn't, he said he was going to come by. He said he was getting ready, but he didn't come by, but he tried to get us to go there. And I said, no. And then he said, okay, then we have to get together soon. So he contacted me a few days later and said, when are you free this week? This was Monday night. I responded Tuesday morning. I said, I can either do Thursday or Sunday. He didn't open the message until Sunday. So basically, 5 or 6 days later, he didn't open the message till then. Did he respond that day? No. He now waited another 6 days to respond. And I think, again, he asked me, hey, when are you free? And I did not respond. Totally done. And guess who is now watching every single story that I post and who is often the first one? Yes, that would be him. And never before was he watching every single story that I posted. But now he is obsessed because I rejected him before, but now I rejected him even more by not even responding to his message. Because rejection raises interest level, rejection causes obsession. And that is what you have to do with your ex. And by not responding to every single message, you are rejecting them. For several reasons, rejection causes obsession. There's the whole open loop that I talked about in 7 Reasons Why No Contact Works on Everybody. And that is curiosity. It's like they don't understand. It's like, wait a minute, I broke up with her. I broke up with him. They were devastated. They didn't want the breakup. And I just contacted them and now they're not responding. That's weird. And now suddenly your value goes up. Because when you reject someone, strange as it may seem, now you become more valuable. It's like you know something about them that they don't. Or you see something that's not good about them and you're willing to walk away. And they don't want anyone to think, oh, well, there's something wrong with me. And so they try to contact you to get you to accept them back because how can you think that there's something wrong with me? And if there is, what is it? You have to tell me. And that all happens with rejection. I mean, you're doing the same thing. You want your ex back for many reasons. One of them is, of course, because of the relationship that you had. You were happy, even though it may not have been a good relationship, but also because they took your self-esteem. And you think the only person that you can get your self-esteem back from is the person who took it. And that would be your ex. And the answer is no. No one can take your self-esteem. You can give it to someone, but they didn't take it because not everyone handles rejection the same. Not everyone handles the breakup the same. Some people will just say, oh, well, if you don't want me, then I don't want you either. And you're not taking my self-esteem because I know who I am and I know I'm great. And if you can't see that, or if you're not interested and you don't want it, fine. I'll find someone who will. There was a study published in the Journal of Neurophysiology in 2010 that showed that people, when they're rejected, are really suffering from a drug addiction. And the drug is the person who rejected us and has left our love unreciprocated. So you're experiencing that right now. You're experiencing that addiction, and we need to turn it around and have your ex experience that addiction. We're all capable of being addicted. We're obviously all addicted to different things, but it's very easy to get addicted to a person, and rejection causes that addictive aspect of ourselves to come out. So responding to every single text that your ex sends, no matter how insignificant, is not going to make them feel rejected. And therefore, it will not make them obsessed, and it will not make them addicted. It will not cause their interest level to go up, and it will not cause an open loop. So if you want things to start turning around, you have to understand that you must wait for something significant. And I talked about what's significant in my video titled, What to Do After No Contact, and I will put the link up here. Keep that in mind the next time you hear from your ex and you think, oh, I have to respond. You are giving away so much power by doing that. You have to wait for the right moment. They need to experience the pain of rejection. You know how painful it is to be rejected, and now they need to experience that same pain in order for their interest to go up. If they broke up with you, it's because their interest level went below 50. And what is going to make it go up again? You have to reattract them. And everyone thinks, oh, well, if I'm nice and I look good and I'm flirty, I'll reattract them. Yeah, maybe, to some extent. But if you want your best chance at reattracting them and your best chance at getting them back, you have to turn the tables around and now reject them, meaning you don't respond to breadcrumbs. And you'll be lucky they'll be lucky if you ever speak to them again. That has to be your attitude. And if they don't contact you again after that first message, then guess what? They were never planning to come back in the first place. But if they do continue to contact you, that means that their interest level is going up, and now you have a chance to get them back. So I want to hear from you. What messages have you responded to? Were they significant? Were they insignificant? And what happened? And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, go to theartoflove.net. The direct link is below, and we'll send you the videos, or not the videos, the rates. If this video has been helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.